Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to ChannelBK. My name is Brian. It's been a little bit, but I am back with another movie review, and this one is for the new Mission Impossible movie, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, starring Tom Cruise, Jeremy Renner, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, and Alec Baldwin. Cinema spoiler show. Normal review until the spoilers. There's only really a couple, but for now, here's the normal review. Mission Impossible obviously is a long-running spy franchise, and to be honest, I was excited for this movie and nervous. The excitement was kind of weird because it's not like this was one of the most, oh my god, I gotta see. It just kind of was like, I really want to see it, and then when I do, I'll be happy, probably. But the other thing I was nervous about was the fact that I loved Ghost Protocol so much. It had such an interesting character to it. It was just high-octane fun, and it was just so intense. And to follow that up, I was really interested in seeing where they were going to go. And obviously, there's certain things that happen in this movie that it happens in every Mission Impossible movie, which is not a bad thing in the least. I think people sort of use that as a negative into some degrees for other movies, but I think with this, it's just become something where it's like, it's just going to be a part of every movie. Does it make it bad? No, it just makes it like, oh, there's going to be this, and there's going to be this, and there's going to be this. And obviously, we are following up from the last movie, and we're sort of bringing in old sort of ideas and the new ideas from the last movie in terms of story and characters and world setting and bring it into this movie. And to be honest, I pretty much enjoyed this movie throughout. I thought it stayed interesting, it stayed fun. Tom Cruise, first off, let's just put this out of the way. I think people hate on him for the weirdest reasons. I don't understand why. I understand the whole Scientology thing, but Tom Cruise is our last living movie star. He seems so cool, so energetic. He just seems like he wants to give people such a great experience, and it was pretty awesome. The motorcycle stuff was great, the car stuff, and obviously him hanging off a fucking airplane, which was kind of crazy. It really was, but it was awesome to watch. And to be honest, again, it's just kind of a spectacle. The whole story this time around is this rogue nation called the Syndicate is trying to take them down, and Alec Baldwin's sort of the one butting heads with the IMF. He works for the CIA, and Jeremy Renner's trying to fight that, and then they conjoin together, and then Ethan Hunt goes rogue, and it's sort of all the story, and there's pieces and pieces and pieces. Simon Pegg gets thrown back into the mix, Benji, his character. Again, it just keeps going. It's a lot of great visuals. The director, Jack Reacher, did this, which I think maybe that's maybe the slight tiny negative is maybe the fact of that style. It looked great. There was actually some beautiful shots, especially in Morocco with the water scene as well as the driving. I thought it was great, but maybe it was just missing that little flair in terms of the directing style. Maybe there was and I just didn't realize it. And also a strong woman character. Whoa, okay, Rebecca Ferguson. Oh, lordy, that is my new crush. She kicked ass, she was hot, she was charismatic, and I just could not take my eyes off her. And again, like these movies, they don't really seem to over-sexualize them. They make them what they are, sexy but also strong. There's a very pivotal point in the movie, which I'm not going to spoil here, where I was so happy with what they did in terms of what they could have done in terms of the stereotype, but what they actually ended up doing, and I thought it was just pretty awesome to say the least. And to be honest, I don't really know what else to talk about. I think all of them together are great. I really like it. Luther returns to the movies, and I think him sort of being added into the mix with Jeremy Renner's character is a great dynamic because Jeremy Renner obviously got introduced in the last movie, so it's cool to sort of see that whole dynamic come full circle with the older characters and storylines bringing it together here. And you know, Simon Pegg is also great. He sort of is the comic relief, even though they all kind of have their stuff here and there. And Tom Cruise, always killing it. Great running. He does some great running in this, as we all obviously know in these movies. But obviously, there are great set pieces. There's a water one, which is really intense. There's obviously the airplane. There's this great chase in Morocco. And even though I think the ending might have been sort of this thing of, it kind of felt a tad, tiny bit anticlimactic and kind of like, oh, okay, that was kind of it. I still don't think it was disappointing. I think it fit perfectly into kind of how they were going with the story, and I think overall it was a pretty interesting ending, and I liked how they did a lot of the small things in the end as well. But overall, I just say go see it. Obviously, everyone is great in it, especially Rebecca Ferguson. Oh my god. Oh my god. And Tom Cruise, as usual. And Jeremy Renner, Simon Pegg, I'm just saying stuff now because they're all great. But obviously, here's the spoiler part. I'm only going to talk about a couple little things real quick. So here we go. The one scene I was talking about with Rebecca Ferguson is when she has to take down the guy near the end when Ethan is chasing the main villain. And to be honest, I'm glad that it was like she was the one that was powerful enough to take him down and was strong enough. And again, I like how through this movie they don't make her look over sexualized. Like there's the part where she comes out of the pool, but it's not like, oh, let's get this shot and this. It's like she just gets out of the pool and there's really nothing of it. And obviously at the opera house, which is kind of a crazy scene as well, they make her strong and likable and very interesting and intriguing, but they make her sexy, and I think that's kind of cool how they did that. And obviously at the end of the day, the whole back and forth of who do we trust, this. Sometimes I got a little confused, not in a bad way. It was good that like sometimes I didn't know what was going on. So I guess that was kind of a good point. And while we are in the spoiler section, I kind of want to talk about the villain only a tad bit because it's like, I thought he was fine. Like, it wasn't like terrible, but I don't know if I'm going to remember the villain as much, really. I think that was kind of a problem with this in the last Mission Impossible, where it's like the villain wasn't terrible, it was fine, but it's like, do you remember the villain? Like, I don't know if I'll remember the villain a year from now, you know? But I think what he had to do and his whole demeanor and the back and forth, I thought he was kind of really interesting and creepy, but I loved his whole psyche and his thought process. Like, I thought that was really interesting. But other than that, I mean, there really wasn't any problems with the story, I thought. It kept moving along. Great set pieces, great action. Yeah, so if you guys obviously, hopefully saw it, what'd you guys think of this film? Leave it all in the comments below. What is your ranking of all 5 of these movies as well? If you liked, please like and please subscribe if you want more movie reviews, as well as some music and television reviews, original stuff, hopefully coming soon. Raw discussions every now and again. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in to ChannelBK. Peace out, guys.